stay connected, get connected. And how many people receive emails from me? My friends. I have about 10,000 of my closest friends on my email. But I really call it digital evangelism because it's viral. And one of the things that about email is it's impersonal, but then it can be personal. Sometimes if you want to share with someone, you may want to just forward them something. That's a good way to really share the message. I'm not a preacher, I'm not ordained, but a lot of things I send people have Christian content, even the people that I don't know whether they stand with their beliefs. So, how many people got the brochure, Marketing Your Ministry brochure? Did you all get that or download it or whatever? At the beginning of it, I was expecting to get these back in the mail. I didn't. No one sent me these back. It was like a little quiz. And it was just yes and no questions, but basically to assess where you are in terms of your marketing. And basically I went over some areas. I do a lot of consulting with churches and different ministries. Those are just starting out, and even those have been around for a while. And really just wanted to assess where a person would be. One, when I sit with a church or ministry, do they have a strategy, and is it written? Not as a strategy in your brain, but is it written? And then I asked them, have they had any PR hits in recent years? Have they had months, rather, if they've had any press in the paper? A lot of them say, no, I don't really. And also, too, do they have a staff? And that's really, really key. A minister cannot do everything. His secretary or his executive assistant cannot do everything. Does he have a staff? Technology. Are they aware of what is new in technology? What Eagle Communications just went over in terms of archiving video and audio on your website? Do they know about video on demand? Technology. Are you current with that? Also, too, image. Is there a image that you're portraying that you have in your mind, and is that coming across? That is very, very key. And also media contacts. If in order to get a PR hit or to get publicity, you have to know who to call. And a lot of the pastors or ministers and that sort of thing may not know who it is that they are actually trying to communicate with. If you are a pastor, and I just had dinner last night with a friend from the Michigan Chronicle, and she said, you know what? She says, make sure you mention this. Why do they send Steve Hosey at the Michigan Chronicle things about their church? Steve Hosey is an entertainment writer. He doesn't take things that have to do with ministry. And every minister, whatever city you're in, you should know who your religion writer is. How many people know who the religion writer is for the Detroit Free Press? You get a free book if you know. Okay. How about for the Detroit News? Okay, for the Free Press, it's David Crum. He's been there probably about 20 years. And he writes a column every week on spiritual life. And a lot of times, David, he looks for different articles. Well, he doesn't look by going out. He's not going to come to church on Sunday, but you can send him things. And so a lot of times he says, well, I don't read the paper because there's not a lot of things written on me or written about me. Well, you've got to send it to him. So David Crum, C-R-U-M-M, from the Detroit Free Press, is always looking for unique information. I don't send him things about, you got men say, women say, that sort of thing, but anything that's different about your ministry. I mean, and just keep in contact with them. A lot of times reporters are just regular people. They need information that will fill their news hole. So sometimes if you just have dinner or lunch with them or that sort of thing, or just visit with them, let them know what it is, that you may not get a story right then written about you, but eventually they will come back to you as a source. So media contacts are very, very important. The website and the email database, again, I can't stress that important. Your database is your goal. That is really important. Do you have an email database? Some churches says, well, I'd like you to send out an e-blast for me, or, they may go to DetroitGospel.com, send out an e-blast for me, Hope United, send out an e-blast for me. Well, do you have your own database to send out your own e-blast as well? Because those, obviously, that know you will respond to you more quickly. And then finally, about video production, the whole thing that Eagle went over. How are you with that? Do you have a professional video production team? Do you have good cameras? Are you proud of the video production of your ministry? But what I find is that most of the ministries have problems. And it really is, it sums up in like these 5 areas, really 4 areas. But the number one thing is that pastors or ministries don't make marketing a priority. I don't know why that is, but it's not a priority. Obviously, the number one priority is about the church and the ministry and the word. But the other priority should be how you're packaging it or how you're presenting it. Those that came today, you obviously did make it a priority. So those are the ones obviously that are going to the next level. Because you know it is important. It's not just to have the message. I did with the skit. It's not just to have the message and you have to tell the message, but you have to tell it well. And expertise. By expertise, I mean that you have professionals at graphic designer. You have a professional camera person. That you have a professional consultant. Whatever it is, you would not go to a court when you're on trial representing yourself. You would not take it on your own to do your own dental work. You would go to a dentist. You would hire people. The same thing with marketing. You need to hire a professional. And you can't say, well, you know, my secretary does a really good job with the flyers. Yes, she may if it's for her sister's baby shower, but not for your church, okay? That's so, I don't want to go there. I'm going to say, move on. Staffing and infrastructure. Now, you may hire a professional, and you say, I hire Diane Palmer. She's going to do all our marketing communications.